went on vacation and left me with a babysitter. And they never came back. We went to Savannah to find them, but they were already dead.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
This man found me and took care of me. We met up with other survivors and we all tried to make it. But it didn't work. His name was Lee. He taught me how to survive. He taught me how to shoot a gun.
What happened to him?
The same thing that happens to everyone. But he saved me first, lots of times.
I always wonder what was next for the Clementine legacy, her story, and her journey, because it's still unfinished.
The last final season could have went off in multiple directions, on Clementine to wind up losing her life from an incident from a walker bite. But the Walking Dead Telltale franchise decides to give us a bittersweet, happy, good ending. But that's never the case. Her story continues on in a comic book series, and it gets a lot of backlash. I'm gonna get to those things in a moment, but I do want to mention that Clementine could have also lost her life in a season 2 from a scrap idea from the game developers to put an end to her legacy and her journey and her storyline, from Clementine and AJ being in a freezing, blistering cold, and they was gonna die from hypothermia. Pretty sure a lot of y'all know about this already. Pretty much this is the footage.
She was basically going to be walking holding AJ at the end into this like whiteout conditions.
Into the unknown.
Yeah. And then walking for a long time, like absurdly long. And then you see like a light like way, way on the horizon, but she's sort of like starting to like hypothermia freeze up.
Yeah.
And breathing.
And it's sort of like AJ is weighing her down. So there's a choice of, do you stay with AJ and just sit there and maybe freeze to death, or
Just run to the
or
light.
leave him
Oh
and
my
walk to your-
God.
Yeah, it was really, really dark.
So here's my issue with the Walking Dead comic book series with Clementine that I don't see eye to eye with.
It doesn't correlate with the character Clementine from the game series at all. These are things that she wouldn't do, and she would never make a decision like this at all. I'm gonna get into this by reading some information from the comic book storyline and what it consists of. Clementine is shown packing her things and leaving the school early in the morning, having decided she can no longer stay there. AJ follows her to the edge of the school grounds and confronts her about leaving. She refused to take him with her, telling him she is not going on a trip but is leaving for good. These things would not make no sense at all, because from the game series of Clementine, her whole main objective was trying to get AJ back. So this would make no sense how they was going in this direction and making Clementine abandon AJ for no reason. But here's the foolish reasoning for Clementine abandoning and leaving AJ behind. Clementine tells AJ that she is unhappy and feels that she no longer fits in at the school, stating that not even AJ himself can make her happy. She explains that after losing her leg, she feels like a liability and felt she couldn't talk to anyone about it. So she didn't feel comfortable speaking towards Violet or Lewis, whoever you choose in the end to romance with. The game itself made us look at a delusion of what Clementine was going through, because it was basically building a relationship with Violet, everybody around the group. So pretty much behind the scenes in comic book series, Clementine really do not give two F's about none of these people, and especially AJ. They share a tearful goodbye, and AJ returned to the school while she continues her journey north alone. So I can only imagine what north they have and where she's going to, but I'm gonna put two and two together. Maybe North Wellington, whatever the spot they was going, somewhere out there with Krista mentioned and Kenny, something like that. This decision occurs after the event of The Walking Dead, the final season game, and the storyline continues in the Clementine Book 1, Book 2, and Book 3.
So pretty much, The Walking Dead Telltale has shut down due to financial issues.
And you're probably wondering, how can a large gaming company that sells so many copies, and it's actually insane as I break this down one by one, how many copies that these developers and Telltale people have sold over the years. But they generated over 40 million, which is a lot of money to keep them going. But the first episode alone sold 1 million copies in the first few weeks, becoming the Telltale fastest selling game at the time. Well, they fell out through financial things, and they laid off the staff as well. And Telltale had purchased by LCG Entertainment in 2019, which reviewed the brand to produce new games, and is under the same thing as Telltale as well, and it can still push out and do Walking Dead games. Let's just think about all the other games that they made. Walking Dead made what? The Wolf Among Us series, Batman, Game of Thrones, a lot of other games that they made, and these games may not have been a lot of smoke as the Walking Dead franchise, but these games were really heat as well, and very well put together with story-driven games like that. I'm not gonna bash them anything. It just doesn't top the Walking Dead storyline and stuff like that. But still 10 out of 10 good games, and they still haven't finished the Wolf Among Us series, but it's supposed to be releasing sometime this year, if it's still dropping or not. But it's still probably one of the biggest Telltale launching titles that they can put on a bracket on the market right now, because we're not getting no Walking Dead. They can actually give us a Walking Dead, but they wanted to conclude Clementine's storyline, but they want to do it with different characters and stuff like that. I don't know. Well, we was looking for something like that. We could get a spin-off with Molly, we could get a spin-off with the character that plays Jesus. Anyway, his name is Paul. I'm gonna say Paul because there's only one Jesus. The aftermath of Javier, something like that. Or we can possibly potentially get a spin-off with other characters that came along the way, things like that. We can have recycled characters and recycled storyline through the Walking Dead Telltale franchise that they can bring back to life, and they're not taking advantage of that. AJ can have a series, he can have a season. AJ, we will only had him as just a kid. We will never know what AJ looked like as a teenager, honestly.
I guess we just don't have no time to watch this man grow up besides reading the stupid comic book.
Maybe he goes search for Clementine, something like that, to slap some sense in her head. Maybe after Wolf Among Us drops, they will get back to the Walking Dead era. Who knows? But that's all I got for today's video. Catch you on the next one. Peace.